Hi everybody, so I am going to be out forth today. So I am making this video for you guys and for the sub to make their lives a little bit easier so that you can move on just as if Miss Salatino was here. So today we are going to be hopefully finishing up our project. A lot of us are in the outlining and coloring stage with the oil pastels. And some people are actually on to the painting stage as well, and they're ready to start arranging. So we're going to talk about all those different stages and what you guys are going to be taking care of today. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, if you are done with your project and you have colored your pieces with your oil pastels and you're ready for the background paper is right up front by the front door in a third grade bin. It's like a cardboard box top. It says third grade. You're going to use one of those watercolor pieces and you're going to take it to the back of the classroom. That is where our painting station is going to be located. There are going to be 4 plates with 4 brushes. There is going to be one color at each plate. So it could be red, yellow, green, and blue. Maybe you wanted to use purple that day. Whatever's out there is the color we're using. Those are not the exact colors, but whatever's out there, it's kind of going to be a first come first serve kind of deal. Make sure your name is on it, because if you don't, you won't know who it belongs to. Afterwards, it's going to go to the drying rack and then you can wash your hands. Please don't wash your hands before transporting it. That makes no sense because you're probably going to get paint on your hands when transporting it. When you are transporting it, make sure that you are starting from the bottom and working your way up when putting artwork on the drying rack. Don't pull all the shelves down. We load it from the bottom. That way the next person can take the shelf down and put their artwork on. All right, let's talk about what's next. Okay, if you are one of the people that last class you had the opportunity to paint, you are going to be arranging and gluing your pieces down on your project. So what is that going to look like? Well, I personally think that you should try and play around with your artwork. See what cool combinations you can come up with. I borrowed someone's artwork and arranged it in a few different ways, and I actually think the second and the third one look the best. Like I said, play around with it. Have fun before you glue it down. When you are ready to glue it down, we're going to talk about some things I want you to see before you actually glue it. Okay, so some of the things that I would like you to do is you want to make sure that you overlap some things. So as you can see, the eyes are overlapping on the face with the ear and the mouth. You don't want things just spread out all over the place, kind of just isolated. You do want to have some things overlapped. Make sure you use the majority of the paper. And make sure you put the glue on the back of the piece. So that means putting the glue on the back of the eye or the back of the ear. Don't just glue it on the painted paper. It might reactivate the paint because tempera is a little weird sometimes, and we don't want to rehydrate the paint and then it's all wet and sticky again. If you have any or too much room, like let's say you made your pieces a little too small, or you don't have enough pieces. You made them nice and big, but you only have like 3. What I recommend that you do is up front, I have some extra tag board, the white paper you were drawing on. Add some extra pieces, whether it's accessories. So maybe if it was stitch, even though this one looks pretty good, I don't think they need extra pieces. Let's say they did. Maybe this person would put in the Hawaiian flower, or maybe they'd put in, I think it's called Scrum, the little stuffed animal that Lilo makes. Maybe that's incorporated, or some sunglasses, or for example, for SpongeBob, maybe you're going to do a spatula or his Krusty Krab hat, something that goes along with your character, not only to use up more space, but also for us to help figure out who this is, because again, we're breaking it up. It might be a little tough. All right. Next, where does your art go at the end of class? Anything that is cut or loose and that is in jeopardy of being lost, that needs to go in your portfolios. Those beautiful folders that I made for you guys with your pictures on them. At the top, where the picture is not, that is the opening, and you're going to slide your pieces in there. If your paper is intact and you haven't cut anything out, it's not going to fit in your portfolio. Just make sure your name is on it. If your paper is wet because you were painting or you were gluing your pieces on, that is going to go on the drying rack over in the back of the classroom. Again, work from the bottom and put the papers going up. Don't just pull all the racks down, please. Make sure your name is on it also. Okay, so I am going to finish with this slide. That way the substitute can pause the video and then everybody knows what they are supposed to be doing. So again, hopefully most of you are on to the coloring stage. If not, I'm a little worried for you. So we're going to be coloring with oil pastels. We are going to cut out our pieces, put them in your portfolio so that they're nice and safe. Afterwards, you're going to paint in the back of the classroom with the tempera paint. It's going to go on the drying rack. And if it is dry, probably not if you painted today. If you painted last class, then you get to arrange and put everything on the drying rack. If you finish early, like you arranged and glued and you have nothing to do, or you just painted and it's too wet to put pieces on, you can free draw. We're not making paper airplanes. We're not making paper sculptures. You can free draw. You can color. You can use one of the books. All right. You can draw in your sketchbook. Free draw. All right. I can't wait to see what you guys do. Have a great class. Make sure you're on your best behavior. Show them how awesome, Penfield is, because they have every right to do what they have to do to keep you guys in line. All right. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.